I'm telling you, Ben, normal people don't list luxury cabins for $60 a night. Maya stared at the Craigslist ad on her phone as the Subaru crunched over the gravel. It was 3 p.m. on Friday, the sun just starting to dip behind the Appalachian Ridge. Ben gripped the steering wheel, his palms sweating. He wasn't annoyed, he was terrified. Not of the woods, but of the velvet box burning a hole in his jacket pocket. He had spent 3 months' salary on the engagement ring, so he had to skimp on the lodging. He needed this long weekend to be the start of their life together. It's a last-minute cancellation deal, Maya. Trust me, I just wanted this to be special. He killed the engine. The silence of the mountains rushed in. The cabin was rustic, isolated, and miles from the nearest paved road. Maya felt a knot tighten in her stomach. The windows looked like dark, unblinking eyes staring down at them. Ben was determined to force a digital detox. He needed her full attention for the proposal he planned for Sunday night, day 3, in front of the fireplace. He produced a plastic kitchen lockbox. "Just us, please." Maya saw the desperation in his eyes. She couldn't say no. She handed her phone over. Ben twisted the timer. The mechanical whir of the lock engaging sounded like a prison cell slamming shut. To Maya's surprise, day 1 was perfect. Once the initial creepiness faded, Ben went into overdrive. He pulled out a cooler packed with supplies and cooked her favorite meal, spaghetti with green peppers and white Alfredo sauce. He set up a small portable DVD player to watch reruns of Seinfeld. They played Uno and Monopoly by candlelight, laughing until their sides hurt. For a few hours, Maya forgot about the cheap price. She felt safe. But the mood shifted violently the next morning. At 6 a.m. on day 2, the cold woke them up. Maya sat up shivering. The front door, which Ben had double-locked before bed, was standing wide open. "Ben?" she whispered, shaking him hard. Ben stumbled out of bed and inspected the latch. His heart hammered. If she got scared and wanted to leave, the fireplace proposal was ruined. He lied to himself and to her. "It's just an old house, babe. The humidity warped the wood. The bolt slipped." Maya walked into the master bathroom to splash water on her face, trying to calm down. But the counter was empty. Her CeraVe face wash and her toothbrush were gone. She found them moments later, lined up perfectly in the dusty guest bathroom down the hall. "Ben, did you move my stuff?" "No," Ben said, laughing nervously. "Didn't you? You were pretty tired after the wine." "I didn't touch them," Maya said, her voice dropping. "Ben, this is getting weird. First the door, now my stuff is moved. Something is up." Ben squeezed her shoulder, steering her away from the bathroom. "Babe, we're just groggy. Let's get some fresh air. The ridge is beautiful right now. Please?" Maya wanted to pack, but the desperation in his smile stopped her. She didn't want to ruin the trip he was trying so hard to build. She swallowed her fear and agreed to the hike. They returned to the cabin at 3:30 p.m., legs burning. They walked into the bedroom. Maya stopped. Her breath hitched. The bed they had made that morning was smooth, but sitting perfectly in the center of Maya's pillow was a single green Andes mint in a silver wrapper. "Did you do this?" Maya asked, her voice trembling. "Is this part of the surprise?" Ben stared at the chocolate. He looked confused, but he couldn't let them leave. Not yet. Tomorrow night was the big moment. He desperately grabbed at a rational explanation. "It's the owner," Ben stammered. "He probably has a local housekeeper, a turn-down service." "There was no housekeeping in the ad, Ben. Someone was in here," Maya screamed. "I want to leave, now." Ben grabbed her hands. He didn't care about the money, he cared about the ring. "Okay, look, I'll prove we're safe. Please, Maya, just one more night. He pulled his GoPro out of his bag. He hid it on the bookshelf, aiming it directly at the bed. He told her they would leave it recording all night. If anyone came in, they'd have proof. Maya hated the plan. She felt like bait, but she didn't have the heart to crush Ben when he looked so pathetic and hopeful. She agreed. That night, night 2, was torture. Ben lay awake, fingering the ring box under his pillow. Eventually, exhaustion took over, and they both drifted into a heavy sleep around 3 a.m. Day 3 arrived with blinding sunlight. The cabin was still. Ben sat up, forcing a smile. See? Safe and sound. He popped the SD card into his laptop. They sat down together to watch the footage. He scrubbed through the timeline. 1 a.m., nothing. But then, at timestamp 3:12 a.m., the shadows in the corner shifted. Maya gasped. On the grainy green night vision screen, the closet door directly behind their bed slowly clicked open. A figure stepped out. It was a man in a dirty flannel shirt and a tight ski mask. He walked with terrifying purpose straight to the side of the bed where Maya was sleeping. He stood over them for 45 minutes. He didn't move. He just watched. Then the man reached down. On the screen, Ben and Maya watched in horror as the stranger's gloved hand gently stroked Maya's hair. It was tender, possessive, mocking the love Ben felt for her. Then he leaned in close to the camera lens. He held up 2 objects, Maya's silver earring and Ben's Zippo lighter. The audio was faint, but the whisper cut through the room. I liked the mint. Did you? Ben slammed the laptop shut. The ring in his pocket felt like lead. The fireplace proposal scheduled for that evening was never going to happen. He smashed the plastic kitchen safe against the counter until it shattered. They grabbed their phones and ran. They didn't pack. They jumped into the Subaru and peeled out of the driveway. They didn't stop until they reached the sheriff's station. Panting, they showed the deputy the footage. The deputy didn't look shocked. He looked angry. You 2 are lucky to be alive. That cabin belongs to my cousin. He's been in Florida for 2 weeks. He doesn't have a Craigslist account. The realization hit Ben harder than the fear. The ad was fake. The predator hadn't found them by accident. He had organized their arrival. Ben wanted a perfect Valentine's proposal, but Appalachia doesn't care about your romance. It only cares about who's watching from the tree line. Click here for more Appalachian horror stories. I'm the Shadow Teller. Stay safe in the dark.